Greetings, American football Lions. I'm here with our football experts, Frank Florio.
Hey, Lions fans.
And Jonas Seymour.
Howdy ho, Lions. How are you?
There he is. We're going to run down the list of this week's matches, and we're going to see what our experts think, who's going to win. And if there's any disagreement, we'll come back to those matches and talk about them in more detail. So let's get straight down to business. Bucks Browns.
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 Jaguars Bengals.
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 Cardinals Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Cardinals.
Eagles Texans.
Eagles.
Eagles.
Jets Chiefs.
Jets.
You already know.
Chargers Dolphins.
Chargers.
Chargers.
Redskins Vikings.
Redskins.
Redskins.
Rams 49ers.
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 Broncos Patriots.
Patriots.
Broncos.
Raiders Seahawks.
Raiders.
Seahawks.
Ravens Steelers.
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 And Colts Giants.
Colts.
Colts.
Excellent. So we got 3 matchups, I think. Cardinals Cowboys. Let's start with that. Jonas,
Sorry.
why Cowboys?
That's a good question, Liinus. That Cardinals-Cowboys matchup is going to be a tight one. It's going to be a tightly fought battle between two quite balanced, good teams who have both been playing well as of late. And the Cowboys, I must say, they're a question mark. They lost last week. They even injured Tony Romo, most likely. If Tony Romo is able to play, I think they will come away with a victory. Even if he isn't, they still have the best running back in the game in DeMarco Murray. They have an excellent defensive line and quite a solid defense. So putting all these pieces together in the same team, I do see the Arizona Cardinals, who have been playing well, being outmatched in this game.
Frank, what's your defense for Cardinals?
Well, it's very simple for me. It comes down to Tony Romo, and he is hurt. He might be able to play through it, but he's not going to be 100%. And as good as DeMarco Murray is, they still need Tony Romo to be at 100% to win games. So I like the Cardinals here. They've proven that they can win games. They've proven they can beat good teams. They beat the Eagles last week. They can hang in there with a high-scoring offense. And their defense is one of the best in the league. So I like the Cardinals here.
Onwards to Broncos Patriots. Frank, why Broncos?
Once again, coming down to the quarterback. Although Tom Brady has shown that he's been capable of playing a lot better recently than earlier in the season, I like the Broncos here because Peyton Manning is once again setting records in the season and proving why he is the best regular season quarterback of all time. And they just have too many weapons for the Patriots to deal with on defense. I don't see anybody that's going to be able to cover Julius Thomas. And I like their running game with Ronnie Hillman, so Broncos.
Jonas?
This matchup is going to come down to where it's played and when it's played. If this game were to be played anywhere but Foxborough anytime during the season earlier than this point, then I would agree with Frank that the Broncos would be the better team. But having said that, Tom Brady has been terrific the last 2 or 3 weeks, especially last week having one of his career all-time best games, putting up 357 yards and 4 touchdowns. Against that backdrop, I see him continuing a similar kind of trajectory this week, and even his receivers have been playing well, have been playing better. Gronk is healthy. Their all-star tight end. They even have started to have a bit of a running game. Their offensive line is playing better. And most importantly, in the case of Patriots, their defense is getting a lot more solid than it was at the beginning of the season. So against these points, I'm quite certain that the Patriots will come away with the big W.
And finally, Raiders Seahawks. Jonas, you're going with a bold prediction. Raiders will win.
Sure, I agree. It's quite a bold prediction. But still, I do see that the tumbling of the Seattle Seahawks will continue. They haven't been playing well almost all through the season, except for week 1. They are far from the shape they were in when they won Super Bowl 48 last year. I think they lack an identity, Seattle Seahawks at this point. Their offense is not structured. They don't have any clear weapons. And while I must contend the Raiders on their own is not a team that under normal circumstances would even be able to challenge a team like the Seattle Seahawks under these externalities, external circumstances, I think that the Raiders will get their first victory and quite a sweet victory.
Frank, what's your response?
Well, I think the Seahawks coming home here a week after they posted up only allowing 9 points on defense. I think that identity that Jonas is talking about is starting to come back. Their identity last season was strong defense, strong running game, and ball control from Russell Wilson. And that was on display last week. Marshawn Lynch has been called out in the media as well as their clubhouse. So I think they come out in front of their home fans. They want to put on display that everything is well in the Seahawks plan, and they want to prove why they are still the defending Super Bowl champions. And I think that a big game is on the horizon here for the Seattle Seahawks at home.
Excellent. Thank you, dear listeners. Remember to roar on these matches and listen to these guys because they have high accuracy on their predictions. Thanks, Frank. Thanks, Jonas.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you.
And stay tuned for more podcasts in the future. Bye-bye.